From Chester Bartender to the most successful James Bond ever, discover how Daniel Craig transformed rejection and struggle into global superstardom. This is the incredible story of the working-class lad who reinvented cinema's greatest spy and proved that authenticity can conquer any critics. Prepare for pure inspiration.
Biographical, Daniel Craig in a rundown pub in Chester, a blonde, blue-eyed teenager wiped down tables and served pints to locals while secretly rehearsing Shakespeare monologues in his head, dreaming of stages and spotlights that seemed impossibly distant from the working-class life that surrounded him. This wasn't just any ordinary young man stuck in a dead-end job, this was Daniel Roughton Craig, who would transform from a struggling bartender with more rejections than acting credits into the most successful James Bond in cinematic history, proving that raw talent, relentless persistence, and the courage to reinvent iconic characters could elevate a regular northern lad into a global legend. Born on March 2, 1968, in Chester, Daniel's early life was shaped by divorce, financial struggle, and the complex dynamics of a broken family trying to rebuild itself. His father, Timothy Craig, worked as a publican and steel erector, while his mother, Carol Olivia, was an art teacher who encouraged creativity but understood the harsh realities of pursuing artistic dreams. The Craig household embodied working-class resilience: work hard, don't complain, and never expect anything to be handed to you, values that would sustain Daniel through decades of rejection and near poverty before success finally arrived. Daniel's childhood was marked by his parents' divorce when he was just 4 years old, creating an early understanding of life's unpredictability and the need for self-reliance. Raised primarily by his mother and stepfather, Max Blond, Daniel learned to navigate complex family dynamics while developing the emotional intelligence and observational skills that would later serve him as an actor. His stepfather's influence introduced him to a more bohemian, artistic worldview that contrasted with his biological father's traditional working-class values. The discovery of acting came through school productions and local youth theater, where Daniel found an outlet for emotions and energy that had no other place to go. His natural intensity and magnetic screen presence were evident even in amateur productions, but the path from school plays to professional acting seemed impossibly difficult for a boy from Chester with no industry connections or family wealth to support unpaid apprenticeships. Daniel's teenage years were spent working various manual jobs, construction, restaurant work, bartending, while attending acting classes whenever he could afford them. His dedication was remarkable, often working double shifts to pay for drama school applications and auditions, understanding that his only path to success was through sheer determination and refusal to accept defeat. The contrast between his day jobs and his artistic ambitions created a hunger and authenticity that would later distinguish him from more privileged actors. The journey to drama school was fraught with financial difficulties and family skepticism about pursuing such an uncertain career. Daniel's acceptance to the National Youth Theatre and later the Guildhall School of Music and Drama represented major victories, but also enormous financial pressure on a family that struggled to make ends meet. His mother's support during this period was crucial, often sacrificing her own needs to help Daniel pursue his dreams despite the practical challenges. His early professional years were a masterclass in persistence through rejection. Daniel spent the late 1980s and early 1990s taking any acting work he could find, small television roles, theater productions, anything that paid enough to keep him fed and housed while he waited for his breakthrough. His willingness to take on unglamorous roles and his reputation for being thoroughly prepared and professional gradually built industry respect, even as major success remained elusive. The breakthrough in television came with roles in The Ice House and Obsession, where Daniel's intensity and natural charisma began attracting attention from casting directors and critics. However, these successes were accompanied by continued financial struggles and the constant uncertainty that defines most acting careers. Daniel's ability to remain focused and committed during these lean years demonstrated the character that would later make him perfect for James Bond. His film career began building momentum with roles in Love is the Devil and The Trench, where Daniel's ability to convey complex emotions and his natural screen presence started earning critical acclaim. However, it was his performance in Layer Cake that truly announced him as a leading man capable of carrying major films. His portrayal of a sophisticated drug dealer showcased the suave confidence and dangerous edge that would make him ideal for 007. The James Bond audition process became one of the most scrutinized casting decisions in film history. When Pierce Brosnan stepped down from the role, producers Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson were looking for an actor who could reinvent the character for a new generation while maintaining the essential Bond qualities. Daniel's screen test, featuring him in a dinner jacket but with the gritty realism that would define his interpretation, immediately set him apart from other candidates. The announcement of Daniel Craig as the new James Bond created unprecedented controversy and backlash. Critics complained about his blonde hair, his height, his working-class background, and his lack of traditional leading man looks. The Craig Not Bond campaign and constant media negativity could have destroyed a less resilient actor, but Daniel used the criticism as motivation, understanding that he had an opportunity to prove everyone wrong through his performance. Casino Royale revolutionized the James Bond franchise and silenced every critic who had doubted Daniel's casting. His portrayal of Bond as a brutal, emotionally vulnerable, and psychologically complex character brought new depth to the role while maintaining all the elements that made Bond iconic. The film's massive success proved that audiences were ready for a more realistic, grounded approach to the character. Daniel's physical transformation for Bond was remarkable, showcasing his commitment to authenticity and his understanding that the role required more than just good looks and charm. His dedication to fitness, stunt work, and fight choreography brought a visceral realism to Bond's action sequences that had been missing from previous films. His willingness to perform many of his own stunts, despite multiple injuries, demonstrated the same working-class work ethic that had sustained him through years of struggle. The success of Casino Royale was followed by Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, Spectre, and No Time to Die, creating the most successful Bond era in the franchise's history. Daniel's evolution of the character across 5 films showed remarkable artistic growth while maintaining the essential elements that made his Bond special. His ability to balance action, humor, romance, and genuine emotion created a Bond for the modern era. Skyfall became a cultural phenomenon and one of the highest-grossing films in British cinema history. Daniel's performance, combined with Judi Dench's final appearance as M and the film's exploration of Bond's psychological makeup, elevated the franchise to new artistic heights while maintaining massive commercial appeal. The film's success proved that intelligent, character-driven blockbusters could succeed in an era dominated by superhero movies. His work outside the Bond franchise, including acclaimed performances in Knives Out and various theater productions, demonstrated Daniel's range and his commitment to challenging himself artistically. His return to theater, particularly his Broadway performances, showed an actor who never forgot his roots in serious dramatic work despite his commercial success. Daniel's approach to celebrity has been refreshingly authentic and grounded, maintaining his privacy while being genuinely engaging in interviews and public appearances. His marriage to actress Rachel Weisz created one of the most respected couples in the entertainment industry, both maintaining successful careers while supporting each other's artistic ambitions. The physical and emotional toll of playing Bond across 15 years became part of Daniel's story, with his honest discussions about injuries, exhaustion, and the challenges of maintaining the character's physical demands well into his 50s. His decision to step down from the role after No Time to Die showed wisdom about knowing when to end on a high note rather than overstaying his welcome. His final Bond film, No Time to Die, provided a satisfying conclusion to his interpretation of the character while setting up the franchise for its next evolution. Daniel's emotional investment in giving Bond a proper farewell demonstrated his deep respect for the character and the audience that had supported him throughout his tenure. The legacy Daniel Craig created as James Bond extends far beyond box office success to cultural impact and artistic achievement. He proved that established characters could be reinvented without losing their essential appeal, and that audiences respected authenticity and emotional depth even in escapist entertainment. His influence can be seen in the more grounded, psychologically complex approach that many action franchises have adopted. His post-Bond career represents exciting possibilities for an actor who has proven his range, commitment, and audience appeal across multiple genres and mediums. His production company and various projects show an artist who understands the business side of entertainment while maintaining focus on quality and artistic integrity. As Daniel continues to evolve his career beyond Bond, his story serves as inspiration for anyone who has faced rejection, financial struggle, and doubt about their abilities. From that teenager wiping tables in Chester to one of the most successful actors of his generation, Daniel Craig's journey proves that talent combined with relentless persistence and the courage to take risks can overcome any obstacle and achieve success beyond imagination. Today, Daniel Craig represents the best of British acting and the power of authenticity in an often artificial industry. His story continues to inspire while proving that the most memorable performances come from actors who bring their whole selves to their roles, using their life experiences to create characters that resonate with audiences long after the credits roll.
Daniel's journey proves that persistence and authenticity can overcome any obstacle. From pub tables to 007 legend, he showed us that staying true to yourself while taking bold risks can achieve the impossible. Subscribe for more incredible actor success stories. Like if Daniel inspired your determination. Share your favorite Bond moment.